Dr. Gulshan. I'm a hospital consultant. I've lived in Nottingham for about 14 years and I've been a patient at the practice for nearly 3 years now. Living in Nottingham, I've been on a bit of an adventure finding the right dentist, and I had visited a number of dentists and had cosmetic surgery done, and I hadn't been quite happy with the work that had been done, but lost the confidence to go back to see them again. And a friend of mine recommended Dentspa and Dr. Jan to myself, a very good friend, and hence I made contact with Dentspa and became a patient. I think what struck me was actually my first contact with the practice. I found the staff to be very professional, very knowledgeable, and immediately put me at ease. The atmosphere is very friendly. There are a number of staff who I've had good relations with, in terms of some of the practice nurses and even the receptionists. So I think the general overall atmosphere is very positive. During my period with Dentspa, I've had my smile restored, I've had some veneers put in and had teeth whitening. For me, having my smile restored wasn't just it looking better, my smile looking physically better. It was about my self-esteem and confidence as well, and feeling more confident dealing with the public and dealing with patients. Prior to having the procedure done, I was very conscious of my smile and my teeth, and it does impact on your self-confidence and esteem, especially when you have to give presentations in a group setting with doctors, in big groups. Whereas now I feel very confident with my smile and very happy with it, and it has improved my self-esteem. Immediately when I had my smile restored, it was picked up by friends and family how sort of physically how good my smile looks, and they could tell that I've had work done and it looked very good. So they immediately inquired as to who I'd seen and have had treatment done themselves by Dr. Jan, and are very pleased about it. I myself and my family are regular attenders at Dentspa, and are very happy and wouldn't like to move. Communication has been extremely good during treatments and even after treatments. A lot of the procedures are very complicated, very complex, but what struck me about Dr. Jan, not only is he very professional, he's very knowledgeable, but he's very in tune to individual patients' needs and what they require, and I think that's very important in consultation and help develop rapport. During the procedure, Dr. Jan would explain procedures to me whilst having the treatment, and aftercare included telephone calls, the ability to call at any time, and regular appointments and follow-ups if required, and then the opportunity for myself to book appointments if I was concerned, or even have a telephone consultation. It's very rarely that people run into problems between 9 to 5, and it immediately reassures you that if there was a problem after 5, that could be resolved or advice could be given. And even the fact that the practice are very flexible and they work after working hours as well, it suits me down to the T, because I can't sometimes come in 9 to 5, and that's been absolutely fabulous. I've got no issues about it. It's been a very, very good service that I received in terms of aftercare. I've got to say it's one of the best investments I've ever made, and my only qualm is why I hadn't done it earlier. So for me, financially, it's one of the best investments I've made. I think what would make me or instigate a recommendation to Dr. Jan is the quality of care and the quality of treatment they get at Dentspa. I don't think it can be matched by any practice. And in terms of financial, the plans are set out, they're transparent, and you work in cooperation, you work together with Dr. Jan to develop both your dental and financial plans as well. All I'd like to say is that if anybody wants to have further cosmetic surgery, I would highly recommend Dr. Jan to them, and sort of consolidate the excellent experience I've had at Dentspa.